Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm in my backyard at the moment, and the area over here I got like few or quite a bit of the climbing greens that they climbing on the frames that my father-in-law he helped me to take on the garden bed. That last year I grew the beans, and this year as well. So this year, when the time I went away in Vietnam, and nobody picked them. After that, they stopped producing, and a lot of the beans they try to put the energy to nature the seed. Let me show you. Yeah, a lot of the beans they got old and they become the seed drying like this, and you see a lot of them they very big and large like this. So anyway, so after I back I start harvested whatever I could, but now I can see they start produce more of the baby beans for me to have it later. And oh sorry, I moved my hand to touch the camera. But this area over here I do have several vines of the Luffas that I plant together with the beans as well. For my lesson this year, that next year if I want to plant the Luffas in the same area, I have to like separate, like one side is the beans and the other side is the Luffas. They're not like growing very twinkly, or how to say, like tangle or twining into each other like this. You can see here a lot of beans, but also you can see a Luffas vines over here as well. Anyway, so today also I will talk about what do I think of growing Luffas vines in the raised garden bed that I got them growing in here, because 2 years ago I planted I think 2 vines in the super large, or not super large, in quite large container. I just have some food as well, and I just save a big one to save the seeds. And the vines this year that I grew from the seeds 2 years ago. Anyway, I did have it a big one the other day, and today I'm going to have it the other 2 big ones as well. And I will show you some other little babies I got over here. Example, let me show you. Let me step on the garden bed. You can see this one. Look, is it nice? Yeah. And let me show you the other one as well. Yes, they just all tangled together with the beans, and so what I'm trying to avoid next year. Okay, and I got a little one here as well. You can see that. And I got this one, the little baby one. I'm not sure this one will set the food because I saw a little bit yellowing. But on the top over here, I do see another one. Can you see this one? I'm not sure you can see it or not, but this the one. And I saw some other male flower as well. Oh, let me give you the closer look of the big one. This one first. A little bit awkward because on the garden bed, or in the garden bed, I got some tomato bush just at my feet. Okay, so you can see the big one over here. Oh, the bees. You see the big one over here? I'm going to have this one today. And the one just back here. Let me get rid of the tomato out. Can you see the big tomato over, big Luffas over here? Yeah, and the other day I have it one quite similar size as well. Alright, so for me, growing in Luffas in the raised garden bed, first, you don't have a tent that much like growing in the container. You don't have to water as often, and in the container you have to fertilize more as well. In the raised garden bed, initially at the beginning, I did add quite a bit of compost for them, so I did not have to fertilize it at all. Just the compost right at the beginning of the season, and they got the drip. So whenever I water the garden, and they got water as well. Normally I water the garden every 3 days. But in the container, I think I water them like normally every 2nd day. But when it's really hot, I have to water that container maybe every day, but sometimes I could stretch it out maybe every Thursday, so it depends on the weather. But of course, growing in container, you have to, you know, fertilize a little bit more and keep an eye on not let the vine dry out. And for the vines going in this garden bed, and they got a very big frame of the mesh over here, so they have more room for me to for the vine to go to climb, by the way, because I remember that 2 years ago I didn't have you know, the frame for them to climb on properly. I just kind of tie them together with some kind of the I think the trellis I got over there, I think, and tie it now on the fence as well, you know, because 2 years ago I tried, because also I want to see if I got any food from the Luffas, because you know that Luffas they have how to say, they loved the heat and they need the long summer for them, you know, to produce the food. And if your summer is not hot enough and and too short, and then you won't have you know, have much of the foods, because they need to be mature before they set the food. And what's our Luffas? They love full sun, so make sure you planted them in full sun area and keep them moist. I try to not to give them too much of mushroom compost, because mushroom compost, they tend to be more alkaline. So this garden bed over here, I got beans, you know, climbing beans and Luffas, and beans, they don't like the soil too alkaline either. So normally when I empty my compost bin and I just threw spread over this garden bed anyway, I got a few compost bins ready, and I will empty them and I'm going to spread along this garden bed. By the way, this garden bed quite long, I have to tell you. I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 meters long over here, quite narrow. But I'm going to plant, what do I want to plant here? Snow peas and sugar snap peas. After, you know, the summer crop finished, I just sowed those seeds yesterday, so hopefully 1 or 2 months they can get quite large size, and then I just plant them and they can be planted here over the winter. So here I got them. The first one I cut it, it was much easier for me to cut it, but the second one is hard, because you know the second one is on the other side of the mesh. So I kind of like had to scratch myself, go on the other side, the little gap over here, and reach the foot. Anyway, I got it at the end. Yeah, at the beginning, I said, oh, I don't know how to get it out. But anyway, and because you can see the mesh, the hole there is not big enough for the Luffas to go through. Alright, so over here, so you can see that I picked them when, how to say, when the skin still soft and nice. You know, when, you know, if you leave your Luffas too long, and then you know, the line between them like this, they will go a little bit deeper. And when you eat them, of course you have to peel the skin first when you prepare the Luffas to cook. But when you eat them, they are very fibrous. If you understand what I meant. Yeah. Anyway, so normally this size is a good size. I would pick. I am going to stir fry it as well. I just stir fry one the other day. It was yummy. It was delicious. So I thought that the flavor could be close to like to be zucchini or squash, but actually it has very lovely and pure and light scent about it. Actually, zucchini, I feel that, you know, the taste quite heavy, but this one feel very light. Anyway, we love it. And for me, growing them in the raised garden bed this year, they grow much bigger. So that means I having more food than 2 years ago actually. And you know, less work for me. Yeah, anyway, I will do it again next year. I'm going to grow some peanuts as well, because I'm very tempting to have some steamed peanuts. And I think 2 years ago I planted them as well. And I remember the container I grew Luffas in, and at the base I got few little plants of the Luffas of the peanut as well. So the peanuts got a lot of roots competition to the Luffas roots. So those little ones didn't have much of the pots, but the ones that I grew grew separately in the container. They did really well. Anyway, so that is a plan. So I'm going to grow some peanuts next year. Alright guys, that is for the video today. So overall, quite happy with the season of the Luffas this year. Yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next year.